Jeff Katz, happy to be part of the Better Business Bureau serving Central Virginia. Yep, another exciting edition of BBB Sharing. I love having the opportunity to sit down and talk with some of the best business owners in Central Virginia. Of course, I'm talking about accredited businesses with the Better Business Bureau serving Central Virginia. Devon Chester is joining me from Brooks Stitch and Fold. Devon, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Jeff, for having me.
Let's talk about Brooks Stitch and Fold. I don't know how to stitch. I don't like folding, and I'm not quite sure who Brooks is. So explain it to me.
Well, I tell you what, that's why we exist.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we make laundry easy for everyone. You know, we want that to be a task that becomes just a mindless thought and something that people can pass off there and check off their to-do list and just let Brooks Stitch and Fold step in. Our motto is do life, not laundry, and that's something that we strongly stand by, you know.
Wow.
So absolutely. I mean, so that's really Brooks Stitch and Fold. I mean, our primary service is wash, dry, fold.
Okay.
We also do dry cleaning, alterations, and we do restoration work. So we work with insurance companies as well as the end user directly if a home catches fire or flood and homeowners looking to see what can be salvaged. We usually step in and work with them or the insurance carrier to see what we can do to assist in that matter.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about who you are, Devon, and why you are Brooks Stitch and Fold. What brought you into this?
You know, that's pretty interesting. So my background is architectural engineering and math. I'm originally from Michigan, went to the University of Michigan, and I practiced architecture, really construction management, for about 15, 16 years, and before coming over to the laundry side. And what brought me here was I was doing a project in, it was for the DLA actually here in town.
Okay.
And wanted to kind of get back to doing my own thing again and didn't quite know what that was. I had done real estate investing in the past, so thought that might be it, but really didn't have that itch to get back into that after 2008. And for those who know, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So actually, I was looking up online some different businesses and came across a small laundromat there in the Fan district and checked into it, spoke with the owner. Long story short, about 3 months later, we were putting ink to paper and Brooks Stitch and Fold was being birthed in that moment. And I think what really drew me to it was when I went to see the facility, I immediately saw the opportunity to fulfill a niche that I just saw wasn't really being catered to here in the Richmond area.
Okay.
Back home in Detroit, wash, dry, fold, I mean, it's just as common as our first name. And I hadn't seen anyone really, I would say, promoting that service as really a premier service in the area. Yeah. So when I walked into the facility, that was one of the first things that really caught me. And like I said, with that mind, with that vision, I mean, Brooks Stitch and Fold pretty much just kind of took off from there.
Wow. All right. Let's back up for a second and talk about University of Michigan?
Yes, sir.
And Ann Arbor,
yes,
correct?
Sir.
All right, because my oldest boy did not go to University of Michigan. He went to Stanford.
Okay.
And don't hold that against him. But he had a contract job, and he was in Ann Arbor for, I think it was probably 6 months or thereabouts.
Okay.
And loved the city, but also thought, being here in the summer would be far nicer than being here in the winter. Am I right?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's fascinating. I didn't realize that this whole wash and fold?
Yes, sir. Wash, dry, fold.
Wash, dry, fold. So it's a huge thing, you're telling me, in Michigan, and here in
sir.
Virginia, we had no idea.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
It's like no one had really begun to tap into that.
Yeah.
So prime opportunity. And one thing that even before COVID, but more so after, I mean, you really began to see a shift in the dry cleaning industry where you see more and more people kind of leaning towards or moving towards that wash, dry, and fold service versus your traditional dry cleaning. And that's simply because of where we are right now, you know, in terms of how people dress and going to work, There was a period of time where just casual wear became, 5 days a week instead of just a Friday.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, so the industry has began to kind of push us that way. So when Brooks was born, I think we were kind of on that front edge or front of the wave, just really set up to take advantage of what was coming down the pipeline.
Wow, I love this. Devon Chester is joining us. He's the president of Brooks Stitch and Fold. COVID sent us to Zoom meetings where, let's not kid ourselves, 80% of the people in those meetings weren't wearing pants anyway.
That's right.
I mean, gym shorts from the waist down and maybe a shirt from the top up.
That's right.
We were lucky.
That's right.
So the whole dynamic changes, and now it is wash, dry, fold.
Yes, sir.
Well, how do I get my dirty clothes to you, and then how do you get them back to me?
We make that process as simple as possible. So we have several ways.
Okay.
First, you could download our app, and when you download the app, you create your profile, and you can schedule a pickup directly from the app. You can also sign up online and schedule a pickup, or you can go the old-fashioned way, tried and true. You can pick up the phone and give us a call.
Wow, picking up the phone and talking to someone. It seems so primitive in 2026, doesn't it?
Yes,
but
sir.
So would I just go to brooksstitchfold.com?
Yes, sir.
Okay, brooksstitchfold.com is the website. And the phone number, for those of us that actually like talking to human beings, 804-367-7979. 804-367-7979. But you also mentioned the app. So tell me a little bit about the app and where I'm going to find that.
Yes, sir. So you can download that from your Google or Apple store.
Okay.
Either site carries it, and pretty much once you download it, it's a few click of the mouse or a few click of the buttons, and you have your account created, and you're ready to start scheduling your first pickup.
All right, and so what's the geographic limitation on pickups?
So we cover greater RVA.
Okay.
Here. So pretty much we're going as far as Petersburg.
Wow.
And as far as south as Goochland.
No kidding.
Yes, sir.
Goodness. Well, you got everybody's dirty laundry.
We do. And on the commercial side of things, because we also do commercial linens, we're going as far north as Northern Virginia, the D.C. area, and as far south as the Tidewater.
No kidding.
Yes.
Goodness gracious. All right. The business side of, let's talk about that for a second, because I'm just imagining, and you're going to have to tell me if I'm anywhere close to the mark on this, Devon, but I'm thinking auto repair shops, right? Their uniforms guys are wearing, they're getting nasty. Restaurants, uniforms, is that the sort of stuff you're looking at?
It is. On the business side, the B2B side, that you're absolutely right. Okay. Now, we also do small clinics. We do your smaller behavioral health clinic or hospitals.
Wow.
Restaurants, as you mentioned, a lot of cycling studios, salons, and barbershops. So a lot of those mid-tier, small-tier businesses that are pretty much left out by a lot of your larger linen carriers and servicers.
I see. Wow, this is fascinating. I love this. And you will promise me you're not airing my dirty laundry, right? You're just washing it and cleaning it and folding it and giving it back to me.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, I just want to be sure on that.
Very discreet with that.
Yeah, I like that. And do you ever say to somebody when they download that app and they say, "Oh, I got." In our case, when we had two teenage boys, you would have told us to take a hike. There's no way you're coming to get their stuff because it would. Or you're taking everybody?
We welcome all.
Wow.
We welcome all. In fact, we recently rolled out our student wash, dry, fold. So really catering to a lot of the universities and colleges here in town. Wow. So we're already taking calls from the parents who understand that, look, I don't want to pile up. I don't want to pile up in a month,
That's
for
right.
that first visit back home.
Oh, my goodness. That is brilliant.
Yes, sir.
Because you and I both know. Those boys, especially, are not doing any laundry the first month on campus.
Not at all.
And those dirty socks just walk home on their first visit.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that is so wonderful. I love that. Tell me why it's important to you to be a Better Business Bureau accredited business.
For several reasons, but I would say first and foremost, I think that it's good. I love being part of an agency that truly supports small businesses, but also from the consumer side, I think there's a level of comfort that one has and feels when they can see that logo at the bottom of a website, you know.
right.
And for me, with what we do, I mean, people are giving some of their most sensitive things and things that, you know, I think clothes are typically an expression of who we are.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when you send your items off, you want to feel comfortable that who's ever dealing with those are dealing with those in the right manner. And so to be able to provide our consumers a level of comfort in any way we can, you know, I'm all for it.
Wow.
And I think BBB definitely does that.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. This is one of those opportunities when you get the chance to chat with business owners who have taken the time and invested the time, the effort, the monetary investment to go through the accreditation process. And that's why, I don't know about you, whatever service it is that we're looking for in our home, whatever the product might be, the very first thing we're looking for is that BBB seal. And if it's not there, you know, they might be nice people. They might be very nice people, but I'm going to find somebody else.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right.
How much do you laugh as a native Michigander at folks here in Central Virginia when we complain about snow and ice?
You know, I have to give you a short story for that. Probably won't go too long. So I originally moved or relocated to Virginia in 2008, and I was doing a project down in Charlottesville for the NGIC. And that winter, I think we had, it was very minor. It was pretty much a dusting, but, you know, there was a small accumulation of snow. And I walked outside and I saw a young man, you know, behind his car with an actual a pan, and he was scooping the snow to remove it from behind his car. And I immediately went in the house and called my brother who was living in New York at the time. And I tell you, I mean, we must have laughed about a good hour, you know, just about that scene.
Yes.
So it's definitely a different mindset, you know, when it comes to winter and snow.
Yeah, very, very different. As somebody who lived in New England, my wife is from just outside of Boston, and we lived there forever and ever. It is very entertaining. That's all I'm going to say. You know, a dusting for us, 6-7 inches, you blow it off the car, you get to work, don't be late, there's no reason. 6-7 flakes in Central Virginia, we're closed for a week, there's no milk at Kroger.
No school.
No school, definitely no school. Definitely no school. Devon, man, I could sit here all day because you're just you're like two of the best people that I've met this week. You're such a fun guy, and what a great business. Remind everybody, website, phone number, and those services, okay?
Absolutely. So BrooksStitchandFold.com is the website to go to. Phone number 804-367-7979. And you can always download the app at your Google or Apple store.
I love it. Well, Devon, thank you so much for coming in here. I'm looking forward to seeing you around. I know you're going to be involved here with the Better Business Bureau and some other events and activities as well. I just want to remind everybody that if you've got laundry, and frankly, you don't want to waste your time doing it, let me remind everybody. Do life, not laundry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, do life, not laundry. God, that just I'm feeling that to my core, Devon. And for those college students, who are we kidding? The college students themselves are not going to call. Mom, Dad, you got kids in college. You don't want the month or 6 weeks worth of God knows what coming home. Reach out to Brooks Stitch and Fold. So BrooksStitchFold.com. The phone number is 804-367-7979. Download the app either from the Google Store, the Apple Store, and just do life, not laundry. I love it. It is BBB Sharing, a wonderful opportunity to spend some time, enjoy some camaraderie here with another Better Business Bureau accredited business owner. In this case, it's Devon Chester from Brooks Stitch and Fold.